Warning, I swear a lot. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Mech Locker. So, we have our first commission. Foreman's workshop is officially open for business. We have been assigned today to build the Pest, which is perhaps not the most glamorous sounding AC that could ever be designed, but you gotta start somewhere, and I think it's an interesting design, to be fair. I like the idea behind it, but first of all, I did want to give you guys an update on how the warning is doing, because when I recorded the first part of the Mech Locker, I hadn't even beaten Chapter 1 yet. Now I'm on the mission that will end Chapter 3. So we've unlocked quite a few more parts, and I've been, doing stuff. The Mark II has come along quite nicely, if I may show it off for just a moment. This is the Mark II of the warning. Twin coquillettes still, because honestly, they're supremely effective. Like, there's a lot of drawbacks. The range is pathetic, and the ammo does run out very quickly, but you can stagger an opponent absurdly quickly if you just stay on their ass. Like, it does work, and it is fun. It's just, it comes with drawbacks, but that's why I've also got a laser handgun, and laser weapons tend to have high ammunition counts, so I switch to the laser handgun when the two pistols run out, and I just need something that can fire, so that helps a lot. And I also have a stun baton, and the stun baton is fucking sick. It is so cool. I thought it would be an extremely boring weapon, okay? I was like, a stun baton on a mech? Sure, that doesn't even make sense. And then I used it in combat, and it's incredible. It's amazing. It's incredibly amazing. And there's also a pile bunker if you want to just remove anything in front of you, but it's a little unwieldy. But yes, those are my weapons. These are our new visual designs. I kept the legs because they provide me with a bit of stability. The arms are very nice. I love the flat head, it's hilarious. This bit doesn't matter so much, and I've got terminal armor, but that's how the warning's coming along. I don't want to focus on this because, you know, we've got a job to do. The Pest. Let me take you guys through this, through the specifications provided by the client. Moa states that they want a robot on tank treads, give it 2 guns, one is a cannon and one is a machine gun, then give it as much ammo as possible, but wait, there's more. The bot itself I want to look like a flat metapod, aerodynamic and small, lightweight, with camo. My ideal is a mass-producible, nimble little fuck that's pretty easily destroyed with explosives, but whilst it's alive, it will deal heavy damage. To sum up, I basically want a cool glass cannon. Now, that's very specific, which is good. It should be. That's how we want things to be here, but it does mean I'm going to have to be careful about this in multiple ways. It needs to be small, it needs to be on tank treads. I haven't unlocked anything along the lines of a cannon, so we'll have to improvise there, but I think I can make some stuff work. I definitely have the right treads for it. We can make it, I'm going to aim to make this thing as fast as possible, but it's also worth pointing out that Moa did specify a mass-producible nimble little fuck, which means we need to keep costs down. Now, that might sound like a difficult thing to even quantify in a game like this, but it's worth pointing out, and I've looked into this and tested it myself just to make sure, all items in this game are bought and sold at the exact same price. The idea being... Hang on, did that literally just prove me wrong? No, there were different weapons. Okay. All weapons and parts in this game are bought and sold at the exact same price. So you can, if you buy something and you don't like it, you can literally just give it right back. Or you can sell stuff, get something else, and then if you didn't like the other thing, you can sell that, get your old stuff back, do what you want. The game is more inclined to allow you to swap your stuff out than to actually attempt to make you carefully manage your cash, if that makes sense. The currency mechanic really only being there so you don't have access to literally every single part as soon as you unlock it, and there's a sense of progression as it were, but this allows us to actually quantify the cost of the mech itself, provided we don't use the parts that we start the game with, and that's fine, because I don't intend to use these parts. We need something smaller. So, first of all, tank treads. I have the perfect tank treads for this. Check it out. ELTL-11 Fortalezas, lightweight tank parts developed by Elcano, inspired by wheelchairs made for competitive sports. This product was an instant success with soldiers who had lost the use of their legs in combat but still pined for the battlefield. It's small, it's nimble, it's quick, it's lightweight, specifically lightweight tank parts. This is exactly what we want because the alternative is that, and that's too big. No, that's too big. We want this. Tank treads come with their own boosters, so we don't even have to worry about that. That already makes things easier for us. So, a start has been made, I suppose, but we need to keep this as lightweight as possible. And also, considering the specifications provided by Moa, we're going to need to, you see firearm specialization down there in the part specs. We're going to want to try and lean into that as well, while also keeping weight as low as possible. Now, the tool arms that we start with are pretty light. In fact, I think they're not the lightest part. It's actually, really, the Basho? Are you sure? I'm not so sure about that. Burmese, oh my god, the Basho is actually the lightest arm part. That's weird. Is they're fairly, I mean, they're pretty short. I guess that's why. But the firearm specialization is pretty naff. The best one I found was, the Naktraya, which is pretty lightweight, to be honest. It's only slightly heavier than the standard arms. And we're going to want to be good with our ranged weapons, because this mech is not going to have melee weapons. That's not been specified. It's not going to have it. So we need to take that into consideration. But once again, we're oh, that's very light. I like how light that is. So that would get the weight down to 9. I want to make this thing as fast as fucking possible. Okay, that's actually the plan, and that's one of the reasons why I want to keep the weight down. So that would get weight down to 9,820, which is literally lighter than any mech I've ever made. But of course, we haven't applied weapons yet, so that will add to the weight. But I want to have a quick look at the available parts. Okay, that's not lighter, obviously, because it's the fucking Tianquang. So yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just get the Naktraya on there. Very, very small. So Naktraya arms and core with Fortaleza treads. Very good. Weight is quite far down. Boost speed's 385. I've never had it that high in my life. Obviously, you're going to want the helmets, the headpiece, what have you, to be as light as possible. Oh, the Tianquang is actually really light. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. It's the Tianquang. Come on down. Well done. That is hilarious. I love it. Look at this goofy thing. Hang on, let's get a proper look. I love it. Good. Brilliant. Excellent start. I love this mech. Okay, now, weaponry. And it's going to be quite important. So, they mentioned a machine gun. We have two options, the Ludlow or the Etsujin. The Ludlow is lighter, and I think cheaper as well. This is supposed to be light and cheap. This is supposed to be mass-produced. Like, I need to keep reiterating this. That is the idea behind this mech. To this end, we've got a little more pricey on the Iridium grenade launcher, but it's a lightweight grenade launcher, which will keep speed up, which is what we want. The only downside to this, I feel, is that ammo may be fairly scarce, and I wonder how much damage we're going to be doing. One Ludlow on its own is not a fantastic amount of DPS, but there might be something we can work with in terms of the back units. I think I'd rather give this mech shoulder-mounted weaponry rather than weapons it can switch to. This makes the most sense to me. So that dual missile launcher is the lightest of the shoulder weapons, so we'll go with this. EN shortfall, that's fine. We just need to adjust the generator to make sure that we have enough energy to actually play with this. So, generator. Yeah, we're using the standard Jozo. There's definitely something else we can do here. I would love to use the Mingtang, but the weight is almost twice as heavy as the previous generator, whereas the VP20S is only just heavier and also provides benefits across the board. So I reckon we could go with that. That'll work quite well. Finally, FCS. We're going to want to lean in on long-range assist, I think. As much as we can, anyway. So, FCS P10 SLT. Okay, yeah, right. I guess we'll get the expansion because they are technically free, so we won't add it to the cost. Get the pulse armor. And for the initial part of construction, for the initial design, there it is. There's the Pest. Designed to be... I mean, I don't know, actually. Because the grenade launcher is taking the place of the cannon, as per the specification, while the machine gun is, of course, the machine gun. I guess the combination of missiles and grenade launcher could account for long-range combat, and then if the enemy closes to close range, the Ludlow can start providing fire. But honestly, if the enemy manages to close to range, this thing is in a bit of trouble, it must be said. And it's not well suited to long-form combat missions due to its not excessively high amount of ammo. It's the sacrifice we made to have the Iridium, because it's high damage, lightweight, but doesn't carry much ammo, and the Ludlow does have quite a lot of ammo, but it goes through it very quickly, as you would expect from a full auto machine gun. The missile launchers total rounds 124, and you fire 4 per... Yeah, that'll last quite a long time. Worst case scenario, use this thing's speed to strafe an opponent and just rain missiles on them. Honestly, really, you're gonna want to try and kill your opponent before you run out of ammo, and failing that, you could be in trouble. But hey, it's mass-produced. This thing is supposed to be cheap. So let's actually go through that now, shall we? Yeah? But I'm literally going to use a calculator to calculate the cost of this mech, and then we will move on to designing the visuals. 45,000. God, these are some big numbers. Plus, yeah, see, the Iridium grenade launcher is really expensive. 214,000. You spend a lot on it, but you know it's worth it. Those missile launchers are pretty expensive. Plus, 144,000. Plus 144,000 again, because we have 2. Plus 58,000. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's a pretty cheap head. Plus some pretty cheap head. Plus 275,000. Good. Plus 138,000. Plus, we're not done yet. This is going to be the most expensive one, I'm sure. Ugh. 385,000. Plus, we're really not done. The boosters are built in, so we've saved some cost there, I suppose, or it's included in the cost of the legs. 96,000. Nope, that's 960,000. That's too much. 126,000 equals 1,625,000 bucks to get yourself a Pest. To produce yourself a Pest. Now, considering how absurdly wealthy the corporations are in this setting, I reckon that'd probably be fine. I reckon they could probably do that. And like, this is an AC, so it comes with most of the benefits of an AC. It's a step up from an MT. Carries more firepower, it's quicker, more survivable. And of course, you have to take into consideration that you would need to find trained pilots in order to use these. It's a bit different piloting an AC from an MT, for instance, but I reckon I could go for it. Let's go into the colors. Let's give it some paint. Let's make it look nice. So, mower, wanted, camo. While I'm handling this color scheme I was answering a question last time about my dogs. And I didn't get to finish. I only got halfway through. I only got to Lottie, so I'm going to continue that now with... Let's see, we did Lottie last time, so next up would be Sunny. And Sunny is a big, puffy, dribbly, smelly dog. He's a big, smelly boy. Oh, these are pretty cool. He's a big, dribbly, smelly boy. He's very goofy. And he just kind of bounds around, and he's big and stupid. And he's very sweet. He's a very nice boy. He doesn't know his own strength, like to the nth degree. He's headbutted me more than a few times, and it fucking hurts. But you know, he's a nice boy. I love him very much. And yeah, he acts like a big lad, and he acts like a big boy and a big dangerous or whatever. But other dogs have like stood up to him, and he immediately backs down. He's a bit of a coward, it must be said. Alright, I reckon that applied to all of the segments will look fantastic. We just did Sunny. Next up is Willow, and Willow is currently, like, she's been going to dog shows and stuff, the ones where they just stand there and people look at them and go, oh yes, this is the right, she fits the right arbitrary things that make them win. I don't fucking understand it. Like, they fucking go off and do it and whatever, and I'm like, yeah, okay. I just look after her. But yeah, she's been going off to those, and she's done so well. She's done so very well that she's actually qualified for crafts, alongside many of our other dogs have also qualified for crafts. And the dogs are pretty chuffed about it, because it basically means a bunch of people standing around and showing them attention, so they're well up for it. But Willow has been doing exceptionally well on this front, and you would think like, oh, you get a dog who's like really good at dog shows, but then like they're not quite as good as a pet. But Willow is an absolute delight. She actively will jump at you, and what she'll do is she'll jump at you and like put her paws on your chest to prop herself up, and then she'll sort of lean in such a way where she goes under, like she nestles her body under your arm so that you'll cuddle her. She loves to be cuddled. She likes to be cuddled all the time. She's a big fan of it. It's a big favorite. She loves to be cuddled constantly. On top of that, she is an absolute fiend when it comes to getting food. Oh, that green's the wrong green. Oh, that's no good. That green's the wrong green. Is that the right green? That is the right green. She's an absolute fiend for food. She has stolen food multiple times. One time, James came round, and I made him some garlic bread, and he went into the kitchen to get it, and it was gone. Garlic bread was just straight up gone, and he was like, did someone eat my garlic bread? And he looked around, and Willow was very conveniently just nearby. She was just chilling. She was like, oh man, I love garlic bread. And that's not the first and only time. Like at Christmas, we made a bunch of Yorkshire puddings to have with the meal. And the weird thing is that the counter was had a bunch of different kinds of food on there. There wasn't just Yorkshire puddings, right? There was a bunch of other foods too. We walked out of the room, came back, and all of the Yorkshire puddings were gone, and Willow was nearby. But I'm suspicious of this because the job was too clean. You know? Like, there was no mess, nothing else was touched. It was just the Yorkshire puddings, and they were all eaten perfectly. Like, no mess left, no trace of them left, they were just gone. And that made me very suspicious. I was like, dogs, not even Willow is that clean, is that smooth, is that efficient. So after Willow, we call her Willow, by the way. Her name's Willow, but we call her Willow. Oh yeah, the guns, actually, I don't want to have a camo on. I don't think that's necessary. I don't think it'll look very good, more to the point. Oh my god, have I finished another mech and we're not even there yet? Not even there yet. We're not even there yet. Go all units at least. Yeah, we'll set that to the green. There we go. We can change the color of them ever so slightly to kind of fit in with the rest of it, but I don't really want the weapons to be camo. I've always thought that in many cases, camo weapons look kind of silly. Like, not all cases, but in some cases it does look a little dumb. But, I'll have a look. But yeah, Willow. We did Willow. Switching to offline mode. Okay, Jesus Christ, thought it was gonna shut off the fucking game or something. After Willow, there's Libby, or Bibby, or Bibby Boo Bar, or Lil Bibby. She has many nicknames, as most of our dogs do. And, Bibby is Cloud's daughter. And Bibby, whenever I show up, whenever I come downstairs, for whatever reason, whether I'm saying hello to the dogs or literally just going downstairs to get a drink or something, Bibby will run off, find a toy, any toy she can find, just the nearest toy or bone or something, and bring it to me, while wagging her tail furiously. She does this every time. And every time, it is adorable. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Pest. I've made it. It has been made. Thinking about it, if this is a mass-produced model, it's just occurred to me, if this is a mass-produced model, I don't think it would have weathering, because it probably wouldn't last long enough to get weathering. You know what I mean? It would be nice and clean, and then it would fucking explode. So I say it should look as clean as possible. Unfortunately, despite going to all units and changing the weathering... Oh, that's just the weapons, I suppose. Whatever, fine. Yeah, despite all that, you know, it's a mass-produced model. I don't think it would last long enough to get combat damage. Especially since it's a glass cannon. Once it goes, it fucking goes. It's gone. If it takes a few good hits, it's out. No, 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 no. But that's Bibby, and she's cute. I'm trying to go through this a little quicker this time. After Bibby, there is River. River is he's a small boy. He's like just over a year old, I think, so he is actually a small boy. But he also has like the attitude, the mentality of like a small boy. He's a little timid, and he's a little like tries to keep to himself a little bit, but he's a very sweet boy, and he's very cuddly, and like he'll always come and try and find me because he's like, I want to be pet and I want to be cuddled, and he's just very nice. He's very soft. He doesn't really pick fights. He doesn't throw his weight around. It's just one of the more laid back, pleasant, kind, soft, sweet dogs I've met in my overall life. He's a lovely boy. Finally, because I did Storm last time, because I talked about him at the start of it, we've got Hope, and Hope was actually born with a condition of all things. She was born with a condition known as... I've already done this one. Yeah, I'm onto this one. Okay, yeah. She was born with a condition known as wet puppy, which basically means there's a problem with the tubes internally involved with her bladder, which means she has trouble not peeing, essentially. Now, this doesn't mean there's usually, like, big fucking puddles everywhere. It just means she tends to drip. But the thing I learned, which filled me with the most outrage, because, you know, I'm very moralistic when it comes to dogs, is that most people, if they had a wet puppy, they'd be like, put it down. Like, to put it bluntly, yeah, just put it down. And I'm like, why? She's not bothered by it. She doesn't give a fuck. Hope doesn't wake up every day and think, oh, I'm a wet puppy. She doesn't care. As long as you keep her clean, like, she needs regular washing, of course, to make sure the pee doesn't, like, irritate her skin or anything like that. But if you do that, she's fine. She's happy as can be. She's a happy dog. She, you know, lives a life being chill and happy. Like, she's a fantastic dog. She's really sweet. For some reason, she's quite small. I don't know what the reason is. Like, she is one of Summer's pups, and Summer's quite short, so that might be where that came from. But she's very small, and she's not too bright either. She's not a very smart dog, but there's a real sweetness there. She's a really nice little dog. She constantly kicks the crap out of River, which is kind of funny. Like, we always make sure she doesn't actually hurt him or anything, and he's happy enough to play with her. He seeks her out for it, even. But, yeah, she kicks the crap out of River all the time, which is funny. And she's just generally a really nice little dog. She's very sweet, very cute. She's small, which helps with the cuteness. Like, she's bigger than puppy size, but she's small for an adult. She's just a lovely little dog. That's all my dogs, and this is the Pest. I have made the Pest. What do you think? It's not bad, actually. I quite like it. As a mass-produced combat model, visually, I reckon it looks alright. I could see that being like the standard fast-moving ranged unit of like a military force in the AC world, perhaps. Because I've built it really to try and make it be not like an AC. I tried to make it less impressive than an AC, if you know what I mean. Like, a lot of ACs in this game have a certain amount of stature, like the Warning, for instance, or dare I show off some of them, these fuckers, who are absolutely terrifying. But the Pest is a lot more subdued. It's a lot more chill. It fits in a bit more. It's not an OC do not steal mech, it's just a mech that could be used. You could start the game with this thing, perhaps. Or maybe buy one, like, I don't know, an hour into a game or two. Like, it's a mech you would start to use as time went on. There we go. Nothing fancy, but just a symbol to denote what it is. A wasp is a pest. It's a pest. It works. I'm happy. Cool, good stuff. Alright, well, we have successfully designed and painted and just generally made the Pest. Here it is. It looks pretty snazzy, I do say so. Now, and this is the part I've been dreading, genuinely, we need to go take it for a test drive. Now, since I've unlocked more things in the game, we need to have a stringent test driving process. So, here's what I'm thinking. First of all, we go into the arena, and we pick the biggest bitch here, which is Rummy, and presumably we'll win. We'll just take him to town, and we'll just get an idea for how the mech performs. Then, we will do like a standard mission which involves just killing enemies, okay? Just like lots of little enemies rather than a lot of little enemies and multiple bosses and ACs and what have you. Just something that assesses the mech's ability to clear generic targets, generic hardware, as it were, not anything special. And then after that, I'll decide on the third and final test to see what I think it could potentially do. Maybe what it's more specialized towards, and things like that. Now, if I fuck up, it's worth pointing out that that's not necessarily because the mech is shit. It's probably because I'm not very good at the game. Because you can pretty much play this game without ever getting hit. I can't. I can't do that for shit, because I'm nowhere near that level of good at this game. But one can do that. So, instead of rating a mech on whether or not it's actually good, I would prefer instead to rate a mech on its usability, right? Is this for beginners? Is this for intermediates? Is this advanced? This is what we'll use to assess it. But for now, Rummy, let's give you a go. Let's put the Pest to test. Actually, I should save this thing first, just in case the game fucking shuts off or something. So AC data, user 2. Pest. There we go. Good. Alright, let's give you a try. And I'll keep that, and now I can use it whenever I want, which is nice. Can you share AC data in this game? I think you could share it with other people, because if so, I'd love to share the mechs made in the locker and share them with you guys.
Aptitude evaluation program.
There's big boy himself, big old Rummy.
First subject AC, Mad Stomp. Call sign, Invincible Rummy.
This guy is mainly focused on melee, so with our speed, I reckon we'll be able to keep him at arm's length, but we'll see. Alright, Pest. Oh, Pest is bigger than I thought it was. Okay, we're fairly quick. So, yeah, in terms of using the grenade launcher, timing is going to be key. I fucking missed with that. Have you noticed that I haven't used many of these weapons? I typically use, you know, dual pistols. God damn, that's not very accurate. Okay. Little fucker. So, immediately, I don't think this mech is particularly well suited for, AC versus AC combat. There we go, but if you can stun them, the grenade launcher cleans up. It's actually pretty fucking good. And if they try and commit to melee, you can punish them. Oh, you fucker, stay still. Wait for it. Nope, that was a miss. Fuck you. See, the problem is, this is a mech that should probably be used at long range, but I love getting in close. That's how I fight. There we go. Good hits, good hits, good hits. That's fine, we won't need much more than this. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. I don't actually know what killed him, but something killed him. Okay, so, initial test. Relatively successful. It's not... Its weapon loadout is not specifically well suited to one-on-one combat. But it's not bad either. Now, if I had the liberty to perhaps use a bit more weight and a bit more cash, I would replace the Ludlow with a fucking minigun, because that would give you intense rate of fire at range as well as up close, so you could just keep your distance from a target. And when the minigun eventually knocks them off balance, you follow up with the grenade launcher for maximum effect. But, you know, for a cheap mass-produced mech, it's doing pretty fucking well so far. That's not bad. Alright, in terms of clearing out targets and generally moving quickly, we'll test this. We'll genuinely test this.
It's almost time, Raven.
Because this is a mission that requires you to basically defend 3 static locations from waves of opponents, right? We move quick, and we have heavy weapons. Let's see how well they do, right? Let's put them to a proper test and see how well they can perform. If I fail, I won't get paid, so that's a downer, but hey, you know, it's the risk involved in being a merc and a designer. So let's get in there.
We started without you, tourist.
Yeah, I'm going. Give me a minute. Now, the machine gun is actually quite a good feature on this mech, because it can take out these pathetic targets really easily. And it can save the ammo that we might need for bigger targets. It reloads pretty quick too, all things considered. Sorry, I needed him dead. I had to waste a grenade, it was important.
Enemy wave destroyed.
So you can drift these, but I'm not very good at it.
Oh yeah, haven't met.
Yeah, I don't know how to drift. I'm trying, but I can't.
Doesn't talk much, but
So if we defend all 3 locations, we gain extra money, but the main one is the key point. Are they coming from directly ahead? Apparently, they're also coming from this direction.
Keep the fireworks safe.
They're coming from the front left side.
Can I target them? Thank you. It would be very helpful if we could target them. That took him out. Come on. There we go. Good stuff. Hopefully that'll take care of him. Unfortunately, the low amounts of ammo really is the biggest issue here. And I know Moa specified that they wanted large amounts of ammo, but in a choice between heavy firepower, weight, and ammo, you get some of those, not all of those. You know, pick and choose. You can't have all of them unless you want it to be heavy. And ACs are typically quite heavy.
They're coming from the bridge.
That's fine, if we can get over there quickly. Just quickly. Oh, that thing's down. Oh, that thing's fucking gone. Oh, you know it is. Oh my god, I'm stuck behind a fucking bridge. Go! Come on. Yes, good stuff. What else we got? I swear there was one more, wasn't there? Oh, they're dropping them off. Okay, that's fine. Down you go. Oh, hello. They're shooting that. What is shooting at it? Nothing. I think... Oh, right. That missile. Yeah, stop it.
Third wave coming from the bridge. These machines look different.
Stop shooting the missiles. I want to get paid. I want to get paid. Fuck off. No. There we go. It's fine. All right. Oh, fuck. More of them? So the range of that grenade launcher is insanely good, it must be said. That gave him something to think about, and he's down. Good. This is actually... Come on, forward, please. This is working quite well, actually. Good. 50%. Okay, well, it's not going too bad overall. I was also kind of hoping that we were a little further along than this, but no. 3 directions at once, good. Good thing I have 3 mechs, except I don't. I have the 1. Oh, that's fucking annoying. Not that bad. Calm down, calm down. God, clients, am I right? Fucking clients. Ugh. Absolute wet wipes, all of them. I'll get to you in a minute. Just need him dead. There we go. You know what? Fuck off. There we go. Okay. It's performing well, actually. It moves quickly. It has good firepower. That grenade launcher is insane. The machine gun's almost out of ammo, though, and that could be a serious issue. It's got 6 bullets left. You know what? I got a solution to this. Fuck off. And how about fuck off? Fuck off. There we go. When in doubt, use what you've got at your disposal. It may require an experienced pilot to get the most out of this mech, but I reckon for short-term engagements, you know, your standard-ass pilot can probably get quite a lot out of this. Oh yeah, battleship. Let's see how well the mass-produced mech does against this thing, huh? Come on, recharge. Good.
Let it burn you.
Batter up, tourist. You've blown up a warship before, right?
Come on. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I've completely fucked it. Get out of my way. Come on, come on, come on. I just need to get it in. Lock it on. Good. There we go. I was seeing if I could use the punch attack as a makeshift fucking charge to stay in the air. It actually works, strangely. There we go. Now, do you guys want to see some fireworks? Other than that? Yeah, we're pretty good. Excuse me. There we go.
Enjoy.
The game actually tells you where the missile's gonna hit. Yeah, it, like, obviously I'm already looking there, but it'll actually place a marker. There it is, so you can see. The game's like, oh yeah, watch, you know, have fun.
Looks like I was a little off. Well, close enough is good enough for me.
It's beautiful. They sure are. So to be honest, so far, I'm actually quite impressed. A rank A on a fairly late mission by a pilot who's not very good. Like, I'm okay, but I haven't been playing Armored Core all my fucking life, and there are many players out there who are way better at this than me. Which means I think the mech is actually pretty suitable for most audiences. It can be used by most people. Ammo conservation is a bit of an issue, but for most short-term engagements, it can deliver its value. And if you were to deploy these on the front line as, like, you know, mass-produced units and stuff, you would deploy it, have it spend its ammo, and then have it back off to get resupplied. That would just save costs. And it would continue delivering its worth over and over and over again. But, yeah, we're not quite done yet. We're not quite done yet. I want to test this thing. Fuck it. Let's see what we can do. Right? A rigorous testing process. I am not gonna bash my head against this. If I can't win it, I can't fucking win it.
Main system activating combat mode.
Alright, get ready for some bullshit. Get ready for some bullshit.
Destroy the PCASP machine cataphract.
Here it is. I don't know why I fired my grenade launcher. That was a bad idea. So you can only damage this thing by hitting it from the front. There is literally no other way to hurt it. Which will test the speed of this mech. I have to say, this thing's pretty fucking nimble, actually. Maybe not nimble enough. Fuck. Obviously, we can't just stand in front of it when it charges or we fucking die. You know, you get the idea. There we go. We did some good damage. We did actually some decent damage. Alright. We're doing okay. Shockingly, this ain't even bad. Just gotta pick our shots, time our moments. Youch. I always struggle to dodge that. We're doing fine, we've got repair kits. I just ramped off of it like a fucking hero. This mech is a ton of fun. I recommend this, actually. Ow! I recommend this. No, this is great, actually. I really like it. Ow! God, I hate this boss so much. Fuck off, man! Just spamming his special. Yeah, I'm fucking trying, man. Like, I don't know. I know, but he keeps running away. I don't know if you've noticed, but he does. Fuck you. The problem is we're not particularly well suited to capitalize on him. Like, we could be if things went better than they were going, but they're not. It was going great at the start. I don't know what the fuck happened. I just melted, I guess. So that targets you so fucking well. Fuck off, man. I guess just keep pelting it with missile. Yeah, see, I just managed to stagger it. Funny.
That's one that's been dealt with.
It is really fun, though. Like, the speed of the little thing is really good. Like, the fact that it can keep up with the cataphract is kind of absurd. Now, we may have looked at that and been like, Foreman, you weren't keeping up with the cataphract at all. And I will say to you, compared to other mechs, this thing keeps up. That is the equivalent of keeping up with that fucking thing.
Mission. Destroy the PCASP machine cataphract.
Here he comes. Yeah, he's on the move. He's like a Dynasty Warriors character. Oh, that was a good fucking hit. Yes. No. Oh, the splash damage from the grenade launcher is enough that you're likely to hit the MT, even if it's not a direct hit. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, I thought he was going to charge. Oh no. Oh, I got stuck a little bit. Oh, come on, man. Youch. No, God, that fucking laser, like, I'm sure there are many of you out here who actually, who actually can dodge that reliably, but I just can't. This boss was a nightmare for me. No. Son of a fucking bitch. It's just, sometimes he spams it and then you're fucked. There's no fucking way. I don't know how I beat this the first time. I truly don't. So this thing is not particularly well suited to fighting the Cataphracts, but I gotta be honest, I wasn't expecting it to be. It kind of takes a very specific build to actually take this thing on, effectively, and you really want like some kind of melee attack to capitalize on it when it gets staggered. The grenade launcher is an excellent choice for delivering a high amount of stagger damage very quickly. Case in point, you know, we got to use a combination of missiles and grenade launcher and machine gun to incapacitate it fairly quickly. But, we just don't deal enough damage is kind of the issue. And when he's got those fucking laser beams, which against me as a pilot, because I'm not a very good pilot, they're pretty much a guaranteed hit like 70% of the time. Like, they have a high hit rate against me. So, to not be able to deal enough damage to kill him relatively quickly is a bit of an issue. Now, if I managed my firepower a bit more, maybe I could make that happen, but like I said, I'm not a great pilot. I've only been playing this for a couple days, and I've never played an Armored Core game before, so I'm not, a veteran pilot of any kind. So I would say that against most enemies, to be honest, in most combat scenarios, this thing's pretty fucking easy to use. Just move and shoot. Use the machine gun at close range, wait for the right moment to use the grenade launcher, and use your missiles like all the fucking time, which I forgot to do, but just spam your missiles at people, time your grenade shots, use machine guns on soft targets and targets that get too close. Sorted. I quite like the Pest, actually. If I were to change it, if I were to ignore the client's specifications and change it, as it were, I mean, I really like the speed. I'm a big fan of the speed of this thing, but the first thing I would do is I would get rid of the Ludlow and replace it with that straight away. Immediately, I would do that. I think the Iridium was a pretty solid choice. Reckon I'd keep that. I'd probably go for heavier shoulder weapons as well. Maybe for fun, I'd just go homing missile launchers, dual, which would overload the energy cost, which would be fine. We'd just get. Oh wow, really? Oh, okay. Then we might need to change around a couple other things on this thing as well. So, like, I don't know. Maybe sacrifice a bit of the firearm speciality of the previous natural air arms in order to get the VP-46S in order to make the E energy load. I don't think this will do better against that guy, but I just want to try it out real quick, okay? While we're here. Just because the first episode was unbelievably short doesn't mean the rest of them have to be. So how's the speed now? It's not that slow. These legs are just pretty quick. So if I can get to the right position. See, that's no good. I always get hit by that. I'm starting to think it was a lot better in the original model, at least against this enemy specifically. This is why test piloting is crucial. Oh my god, this is a disaster. Wow, I didn't even get a chance to use my fucking repair kits. Wow, okay. Yeah, no, alright, fair enough. Like, this is 100% why when you think of something, you need to immediately test it out, because you need to figure out if the thing you're doing is good or not. Now, perhaps if I piloted that better, that could be more effective, but this is all just leading me in the direction of thinking the Pest is actually a pretty decent little runner. I'm actually really happy with it. To the point where, you know, like, it doesn't make a difference, but load that. I want the fucking Pest back because this thing's great. I love it. Big win. Very happy with that. So, one last time, just in case for whatever reason I can't share AC data or whatever, I'll tell you now. This thing uses a Ludlow on the right arm, an Iridium grenade launcher on the left arm, 2 BMLs on the back units, the DFHD-08 Tianquang head, Nactarea core and arms, ELTL Fortaleza for the legs, no booster, FCS G2P10 SLT for the FCS, and VP2OS for the generator, with pulse armor, which I never fucking used, probably should have. And, well, the colors, it's not a difficult color scheme, I think you can figure that one out for yourself, I mostly used presets. And I put neon green wasp on either side of the tank treads because I thought it would be fun. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Mech Locker. This is the Pest. Let me know, what do you think of the Pest? Do you like it? How would you improve it? What do you think could be used to improve it? Specify whether you mean improvements done according to the client specifications or just the model in general, like how you would improve the mech in general, because I might make a fucking Foreman pattern Pest at some point. I might put my own variant on it just for fun, like why not? But let me know what you think of it. If you've got any questions for me to answer in these videos, do let me know. I'm always happy to do more. And if you have ideas for mechs, given the limitations of this game, which to be fair, this game does have a lot of mech building possibilities in it, but preferably, you know, request a mech that is within the possibilities of this game and is not, say, a fucking a giant dog robot with 11 swords, because I can't fucking do that. I can't spin that, no matter what I do, I cannot fucking spin that. But please, submit your mechs. Even if you're not sure if it can be done, submit it anyway, and I'll review it for myself and see if I can. Don't be worried about not submitting yours because you don't think it can be done. Try it anyway. I might even be like, well, I can't do exactly what this person says, but I could do something inspired by it, so that could be pretty cool. So yes, please, ask your questions, submit your mechs, offer your opinions, either in the comments or on the Discord, wherever you prefer. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. This has been the Mech Locker. Special thanks to Ethrabin, Linky, Zeon Cedar, Bimblewart, Tom King, Majoko Mime, Adash Sanjeev, Alkir, Honeydew Corporation, Sweet Baby Red, MB Elias, Lord Scullington, Jess Kitty, Plutonium Pie, Dreamer Ghost, Leper Lullaby, K-Bub, Magical, The Frostbite, Monsoon, Swirled, Warmaster Oku, SCP-106A, Namad, and KennyT800 for support me on Patreon. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you all so much for watching. It is fun, I have to admit. I really like doing this. I'm on a big mech hype at the moment, I'm sure you can tell, but I've always liked mechs. I'm just on more of a hype of it because AC6 came out, you know. But it's fun. I enjoy doing it. It's a very different pace to what my normal videos are like, so the variety is fun. Mechs are cool, man. Like, they are. They're just cool. I really like them. I hope you like them too. I hope you like these videos. Thank you so much for watching. Whatever happens next time, I've got next time's design lined up. I already know what I'm going to be doing. It's going to be an interesting one. I'm not quite entirely 100% sure how I'm going to do it, but I will figure it out then. And when I do, hope I see you there. Toodles. Goodbye.